All aboard your tech and games caboose. We have some Nintendo Labo VR kit fun going around, as well as some Xbox Game Pass and Maverick news, as well as a couple deals. We have 3 different deals going on, so check that out at the end. So let us start off with Nintendo Labo. So this is a VR kit that will connect to your Nintendo Switch, so you can get some cool VR action going on with that 720p display, which we'll talk a little bit about. But there's 2 main kits, which is the full version, which you'll get the 6 different games, and then there is the starter set that will give you the goggles and the blaster, and then there's expansion kits. We'll talk a little bit more about that too as well. So this is coming April 12th. We have a date for this, and we had some rumors about this a little while ago, but we get to see everything that's going on. So here is the starter set, blaster, and then the 2 expansion kits that are all in the full version, so all 6 of them together. So you'll get the blaster, which you'll be able to blast a little bit of aliens going around, and then there's the Toy-Con camera, which you'll be able to take some sea pictures. There's a little bit of sea stuff going around, some sharks and underwater, a little bit of focus with one of the controllers. And then there is the elephant, which you'll probably be doing something with the trunk, it looks like. And then the bird, you'll probably be flying around, and the wind pedal, no clue on that one. No clue what that game will be like or the experience, but could be pretty interesting. So we'll have to see. So basically, VR on the Nintendo Switch, which is a 720p display that is 60 FPS. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this works out, because VR headsets are known for needing powerful computers and higher frame rates and a lot better resolution. Comparing this to the HTC Vive, which is 2160 by 1200 pixels, so quite a bit different. But then again, Nintendo Switch, they have the little bit the less graphics. Everything's a little bit more simplified. This is a little bit more kid-oriented, and the games go with it. So that could be that could work for the 720p screen, but we'll have to see. And then the other big thing with this, that's a little bit different than VR. A lot of the VR headphone apps you'll actually strap to your head. This one is a little bit different. It's a little bit more about the sharing experience, so they kind of want people to play around with you and to actually share it. So you're actually going to hold most of these up to your head, so there's no head strap included. Specifically, it says no head strap needed is one of the things in the news section. But basically, the gun you'll have to hold up and shoot the camera, which kind of is intuitive to hold up in the first place and play with the wheel, and then everything's kind of like a face mask, so it kind of works. And we'll see how the multiplayer experience, sharing it with people, with the whole activity aspect of going around with Nintendo Labo in the first place, which is you build it, you make it, then you play with it, and then you discover more, which there's a little bit of extra programming stuff going on as well. So pretty interesting, 6 different games. And about the garage mode, so you can program some extra stuff that will be adding. There wasn't too many details they mentioned, but they did mention that the garage mode was coming for these 6 different games. And then there is one other little mentioned thing about the head strap specifically. There is a screen holder that will be good for kids apparently, and then a safety cap. So there could be some kind of head attachment, but it's not going to be like a traditional strap unless they're just trying to push that creativity aspect. So pretty interesting. Prices are $80 for the full set, and then it is $40 for the starter, which then adds up to $80 with the 2 extra $20 packs, so $60 and then $80. So you can buy in increments if you want to do that. But that is pretty cool for VR Nintendo Switch. And we'll have to see how it does against a PlayStation VR, one of the most popular VR platforms going on right now. We'll see if this can take it on a little bit with the Nintendo Switch is doing pretty popular in sales as well. And that could be pretty good for VR. So April 12th again for this, and some of the other little details are in this little news post. We'll leave a link down below, but it looks pretty good. So building some cardboard stuff and VR all in one. We'll have to see how that goes. Next up, we have Xbox Game Pass. So they are adding 4 games and some pretty new titles to the Game Pass subscription. So Just Cause 4 and Fallout 4, these were games from late 2018, so still quite new and relevant. If you haven't picked these up already, Game Pass $10 per month roughly. forget the exact pricing, but you get 4 different games as well as the whole other catalog of a bunch of different new games as well going on. So also F1 in 2018 and a Batman 2. So F1 2018 is obviously again another 2018 title, then Batman 2 is a couple years old, but a lot of game action going on, and these are coming Lego Batman 2 March 6th, F1 2018 March 14th. We skipped Just Cause 4 also coming March 6th, which is today obviously, and then you'll just have to wait about a week or so for F1 2018 and Fallout 4, which Fallout 4 is getting a bunch of patches and updates going on throughout the year, so you'll definitely want to check out some of the updates, and you can now do this if you have the Game Pass. So pretty cool for Xbox Game Pass, which leads into a little bit more Xbox news with the Xbox Maverick. This is the code name, and we're finding out what looks to be their full name, which is the Xbox One S All Digital Edition, which everyone's making fun of this name because it's pretty long. So basically what's new about this is, what is interesting is the Xbox Maverick is an Xbox One S without a disk drive. So they're going to hopefully lower the price obviously, and push the game subscription most likely, as well as the digital sales of games. So you will get a less expensive Xbox basically if you haven't picked it up already. And then we have some pricing mentions already of people speculating. I'm gonna say $150, so $50 cheaper than the $200 disc drive version. So saving $50, that could be a game or two, or 5 months of the Xbox Game Pass. That would be a good bundle. So pretty interesting, and this is coming pre-orders mid-April 2018. These are kind of like rumor sources or so, and then it's coming in May 2019, so we just have a month or two to wait to see this actually be revealed. But a discless Xbox, you will no longer be able to share your physical games. And that leads us into some deals. We have quite a few deals going on. So Nvidia announced new drivers, a little bit of news going on too, but mostly deals with the RTX triple threat. So the ray tracing cards are getting free games added to them basically. So the RTX 2080 or 2080 Ti will get all 3 games, Battlefield 5, Anthem, and Metro, 2 new titles just this year. And then if you jump down to the 2070 or 2060, you'll be able to choose one of the 3. So Anthem, $60 off of your RTX 2060, which is $350, so like a 290 RTX card. Not a bad deal if you think of it that way. So pretty good there. And then also some little side news, the G-Sync, they added 3 more compatible monitors, Nvidia did, the Acer ED and XF versions, as well as a BenQ model. So I think it's up from 9 to 12, or a couple more games are added, or monitors are added to the G-Sync refresh rate adaptiveness, so pretty good there. And then there also is some drivers for Apex Legends. It's a pretty big popular battle royale right now, so more optimization and FPS most likely. And then we'll probably be doing benchmarks for that game pretty soon. And then Devil May Cry 5, which is coming out tomorrow, the next day, the 8th, I think. And then also Tom Clancy's The Division 2. So a lot of good optimizations for a lot of new games that are pretty popular right now. And AMD kind of updoes Nvidia a little bit with a 2-game bundle. So this is the 8GB Radeon RX 570 for $140. This is over on a Newegg. It looks like the link takes you over there. And you get to pick 2 out of 3 games, and these are super new titles. The Division 2, Resident Evil 2, which is a little older, but still this year, kind of. Devil May Cry 5. So the Division 2, $60. Devil May Cry, $50 on the Epic Game Store. That's $110 off of a $140 graphics card. So you're getting a graphics card for $30. That's pretty good deal. And then there's another $10 cheaper version, the 4GB model. So, but you might as well double that RAM for $10. So give that graphics card to someone you care about as a gift, apparently, if you're going to buy these 2 games in the first place. So pretty good bundle from AMD, pretty killing it there. And then we have another little bit of a deal. These are some straight up games. So get Overgrowth, Tangle Deep, Dream Daddy, and more in the new Humble bundle. So this is the Humble indie bundle, which is the 20 version. So basically it's a pay what you want, and you will be able to get, which one was it? The first tree is basically the pay what you want tier. You'll unlock 3 games, and then Tangle Deep, and then Among the Sleep, Enhanced Edition, all very positive reviews, by the way, 80%, 88, and 86. So pretty good amount of fun there you can get from that. And then if you pay an average of $384 or more, you'll get Getting Over It, Tooth and Tail, and then Dream Daddy. And then if you pay $10 or more, you'll unlock Overgrowth, which is a rabbit-style action parkour. And it gets a little bloody with some actual slang and stuff going on here. We won't show too much of that. Okay, I didn't mean to click that far into the video. Anyways, there's also a couple other little bonuses like the 10% off your monthly, as well as 4 soundtracks for different tier amounts. So a couple extra little bonuses going on, plus support charities and such. So cool there. And then there is another, this is the actual Humble monthly, which gets a couple games, and this is the subscription version. And this will get you Northgard, which is a little bit of a city builder, and this game is from last year, but it's still pretty good, and you'll get to play some of Vikings, and you'll get some cool story going along with that, and some crossing the waters. And Mutant Road to Eden, this was also a pretty new game, and by new I mean this year, and it gets pretty comical and fun with some action and stuff going on. So this one's a pretty good game as well. And then Absolver and Downfall, this is a little artistic too, and then a little bit of story going on here and some fighting, and all 3 games look pretty good. And this is obviously $12 per month. You get these 3 games as well as even more games, which will unlock April 5th. So really good value of $94 already. So what could be better than a $12 subscription to all these games? So pretty good there from Humble. 2 different bundles going on. And that looks like it's about all the game news we have for today. So we will have another episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific with some more VR stuff maybe from Nintendo, who knows? And we will be signing out. Pew 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 pew.